growing strength. My name is Ern. Today, let's talk about my own personal 2026 training plan. Before we discuss what I plan to do this year, let's quickly talk about who am I in the first place. I'm a man in his 40s who has multiple hats, if you wish. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a small business owner. I am many things to many people, and as you can imagine, it makes me a busy individual. My health needs aren't too great at this moment, but there are some serious concerns that my training has to address. For example, primarily, I have several past injuries that have a lot of scar tissue, muscular and neurological after effects, and even though these happened 30 years ago, I need to maintain their status, if you wish, through regular training. Otherwise, they become rather painful and annoying and significantly lower my quality of life. Other health reasons include pulmonary health, cardiovascular health, bone density, and even things as fall risks. I might be a little young for that right now, but 10-20 years can fly by pretty fast. And at that age, it's trickier to learn. It is much easier to prepare myself for all of that now. And then lastly, the reason I train is simply to balance all the life demands. Training is really good mental health therapy for me. It helps me relax, even though it's a lot of work sometimes, of course. But it helps me clear my head, clear my body, and it just, in general, gives you, a nice physical rush that is very natural and healthy. That is me. Now, just one more thing before we get into 2026 as planned. What did I do over 2025? Because it's going to be actually quite simple. This last year, a year ago basically, in January, I decided to focus on 4 kettlebell exercises. And those are the lift and carry, the get up, the squat, and the swing. I decided to simplify to those 4 because they were just complex enough that I knew that throughout the year it'll be enough exercise and variety to work on, but at the same time, with only 4 of those exercises being present, I could also very much focus on getting better at those and simplify everything else around my training, which usually means it's going to be much more easier for me to complete it and be successful with it. So last January, I started with one 28 kilo kettlebell, and I would do all these exercises in however I like, essentially. I would just say, 2 or 3 times a week I would train with this kettlebell, and during that session I will focus either on all of these exercises or I will split it up throughout the week as I would like. So it gave me a lot of freedom and adaptability because it is difficult to predict what my week is going to be like at any given time. So I can't necessarily schedule and plan my training to a high level of detail. As I stuck with it throughout January, February, and March, I added a second 28 kilo bell. Not, of course, all of the exercises. The lift and carry is easy to do with 2 bells. The swing is relatively easy to do with 2 bells, but obviously it makes it more challenging. The squat, the same way. The get up, of course, I stuck with one 28 kilo kettlebell. So as in the spring now, I would work with 2 28 kilo bells. I added a 32 kilo bell in the summer, and then by fall, I would play with 2 32 kilo bells on a lot of these different movements. Overall, 2025 was a very successful training year for me, and the plan worked out quite well. I chose the right 4 exercises, I kept it simple, I chose the right weight, and I allowed my training to suit my life rather than my life suit my training. It was so good that by October I was done, not because I felt I didn't have any more energy, but I simply wanted to take 2 months off. November, for family reasons and everything else, gets quite busy because of the holidays, and I figured 10 straight months of training is pretty good success. It won't be too bad if I take 2 months off to focus on just some little movements and such in December, and then get back to regular training this month of January 26th. So what's the plan for 2026? Well, almost the same, but I think better. Not necessarily better. Last year's plan was great, but this one is better because I'm even more excited about it because I'm able to build on last year's success. This year in January, we're starting right off the bat with 2 28 kilo bells. January, February, March, the goal is to train with those 2 28 kilo bells as much as possible. So to get up, obviously, I will stick with one 28 kilo kettlebell. Otherwise, I will simply focus on swings, cleans, and squats with 2 28 kilo bells, so that I even further simplify my workout. One day is focused on the get up and all of its sections and pieces, and the other day is focused on swing, clean, and squat. This still keeps me with 4 exercises, but allows me to break them up in different training days. It also creates a nice work balance because one day focuses on one kettlebell and the other day focuses on two of them. If everything works out well, the idea then is to switch one of the 28 kilo bells in the spring for one 32 kilo kettlebell, and if things keep on working out well, in the fall to again move to two 32 kilo bells and stick with the same sort of training arrangement. One day focus on the get up, another day focus on the swing, clean, and squat. Overall, my goal is to train 10 times a month, which means 5 sessions towards the get up, and then 5 sessions toward the swing, clean, and squat combination. In general, given how busy I am, 10 training sessions are a fair amount to complete. On one hand, it's a good challenge and make sure that I stay active throughout the month. On the other hand, it's about as much serious time I can invest in real training. And if I have any extra time to train, I usually will do other things, whether it's family related, outdoors related, or simply different type of training style. Following this video is a short video that I recorded at the end of December that shows you some of the exercises I will be completing and what it looks like for me to do those at this moment. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me. I plan on updating you once a month because I feel that will probably give you the most value and also let me train and record and create a nice video for you. Should you have any questions, concerns, or needs regarding exercise, training, or playing with kettlebells, please let us know. If you'd like to join this journey with us, follow, subscribe, comment, let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll look forward to learning with you.